intends to purchase an electric scooter priced at Rm4,500. She currently has Rm3,800 in her saving. She is considering the following two financial options, which is option 1 and option 2. For option 1, deposit her Rm3,800 into a saving account that pays 4.5% interest per annum compounded monthly for 2 years and purchase the scooter at the end of the period. Formula we have to use is S P1 plus I N P 3,800 I 0.045 M 12 T 2 years. Next, substitute the value into the compound interest formula. Substitute Rm3x00 for the principal amount, 0.045 for the annual interest rate, 12 for monthly compounding, and 2 years for the investment period. After calculating, the future value is Rm4157.16. For option 2, purchase the scooter immediately by withdrawing her saving and taking a loan for the remaining Rm700. The loan charged an interest rate of 6% per annum compounded annually for a term of 2 years. Using the compound interest formula, we substitute Rm700 as the principal amount, 6% as the annual interest rate, and 2 years as the investment period. After performing the calculation, the accumulated amount is Rm7x6.52. This means that after 2 years, the total amount that needs to be repaid is Rm7x6.52. In conclusion, option 2 is more financially wise for Sarah because the total repayment that Sarah has to pay back is only Rm7x6.52, while the option 1 will still leave a short amount of Rm342.84 even after Sarah has been saving for 2 years.
For question 2, Amira needs a total of 75,000 ringgit in 7 years, which consists of 70,000 ringgit for new assets and 5,000 ringgit as a backup fund. The investment account offers an annual interest rate of 4% compounded quarterly, meaning interest is calculated 4 times per year. Question 2, Amira is planning for a future investment project. She estimates that 7,000 ringgit will be required in 7 years to acquire new assets, along with an additional 5,000 ringgit as a backup fund. She deposits X ringgit today into an investment savings account that earns 4% interest per year, compounded quarterly. Determine the value of X. To determine the amount that needs to be deposited today, we use the present value formula for compound interest. The future value required is 75,000 ringgit, the interest rate is 4% per annum, and the investment period is 7 years. After substituting the values into the formula and solving for P, the present value is approximately 56,762 ringgit and 67 cents. Therefore, Amira must deposit 56,762 ringgit and 67 cents today to accumulate 75,000 ringgit after 7 years.
Next is question 3. Fattah is planning to purchase a house in the future. He deposits 12,000 into a savings plan that earns 5.5% interest compounded monthly to prepare for the down payment. 3 years later, he faces unexpected expense and withdraws 800 from the account. The remaining balance continues to grow at the same interest rate for another 4 years. Question A, we have to calculate the total accumulated amount in Fattah's saving account at the end of his saving period. To solve this question, you will need to do 2 calculations because there is a withdrawal after 3 years. First, we calculate the accumulated amount for the first 3 years using the compound interest formula. So first, we have to write down all the information given and then substitute into the formula. After calculating, the amount that you will get is 14,147 ringgit 38 cents. Next, Fattah withdraws 800 from the account. So, the accumulated amount will minus 800, which total amount will equal to 13,347 ringgit 38 cents. This will also be the new principal amount.
Next calculation is for another 4 years. Using the same formula, substitute the information given into the formula, and the final accumulated amount that you will get is 16,623 ringgit 15 cents.
Next, we have to calculate the total interest earned at the end of the saving period. We will be using interest formula, which is this one, and then substitute the accumulated amount and the principal amount, and the answer will be 4,623 ringgit 50 cents. Lastly, for question 3C, we have to determine whether Fattah's saving will be sufficient to reach 16,000 for his house down payment, and we have to provide reason. Based on my calculations, Fattah accumulated savings will be 16,623 ringgit 50 cents, which will be sufficient because his saving has more than 16,000.
Datuk Darwish grandmother left an inheritance of Rm 1.6 million, which was divided in the ratio of 5:2 to 3 among Datuk Darwish and his two sisters, Darwisha and Damira. Datuk Darwish used his full share as the down payment for Rm 3.2 million printing business facility. He then applied for a bank loan to cover the remaining amount. The loan term is 25 years with an annual interest rate of 3.7% compounded monthly. To find the monthly payment, I use the present value of entity formula. A equals R times the quantity of 1 minus 1 plus I raised to negative n divided by I. In this equation, A is 2 million for 100,000 ringgit, I is 0.0030833 and n is 300 months. The monthly payment is 12,273.93 cents per month. Interest charge. I equals R and minus A. I equals 12,273.93 multiplied by 12 times 25 minus 2,400,000. The final answer is 1,282,179 ringgit. For question C, 12,273 ringgit and 93 cents multiplied by the formula factor. Rate of 0.037 divided by 12 raised to the power of 5 minus 1 then divided by the interest rate. 12,273 ringgit and 93 cents multiplied by 5.030928549. The final answer is 61,749 ringgit and 26 cents.
For the last part, in question 1, we have to find the settlement amount. To find the settlement amount, we need to look at the remaining payment he has left to make, which both total duration and paid duration have to time with 12, and the answer for total duration must minus the answer for paid duration, and the remaining payments will be 84. Next, we will be using the present value formula. Write down all the information given and substitute it to the formula. The final settlement amount will be 907,087 ringgit 34 cents.
For question 2, a private clinic purchased a diagnostic scanner for RM210000. The clinic agrees to repay the debt by making monthly installment of RM4500 at the end of each month. If interest is charged at 10% compounded monthly, calculate the total number of years required to settle the balance in full. First, we identify the given information. The loan amount is RM210000. The monthly installment is RM4500 and the annual interest rate is 10% compounded monthly. Next, we use the present value of annuity formula to determine the total number of monthly payment required. We substitute the value of RM210000 for the loan amount of RM4500 for the monthly installment and 10% divided by 12 for the monthly interest rate into the formula. After substitution, we divide RM210000 by RM4500 and then multiply both sides by the monthly interest rate of 0.0083333. Next, we rearrange the equation by moving the term involving n to one side. To solve for n, we take the logarithm of both sides of the equation. Using the logarithm rule, we bring the exponent negative n to the front and obtains. Then, we divide by both sides by log to isolate n. After calculation, we obtain n 59.34. This means approximately 59 monthly payments are required. Since loan payment must be made in whole month, we round up to 60 payments. Finally, we convert the number of payments into years by dividing by 12. Therefore, the clinic required approximately 5.95 years, or about 5 years to fully settle the loan.